guys, we are from Breaking Code, and for today we have brought a problem called sums in a triangle. It's from the beginner section of Code Chef, and the link to the problem is in the description. So you guys might have tried this problem and then you might not have got it because this problem actually doesn't belong to the beginner section of Code Chef. This problem has a different logic that it requires. It's pretty easy, but you have to think differently. So that's what we are here to teach you. What this problem gives is you have a triangle. Let's take the example given. You have a triangle of n rows, and then the number of elements in each row is equal to the row number. So you have here a triangle of 4 rows. What we have to do in this problem is find the maximum sum. And what we could do is we could either go one step down or we go one step down and one step to the right. So if we take this example, if we solve it manually, then the answer that we get is 9. We take this 1, then we take this 1, so the sum becomes 2, then we take this 4, so the sum becomes 6, and then we take this 3. So the answer to this problem is 9 here. But let's see how you go about it. So you guys might think that we could actually start from this one and then take whichever is the greatest number in the next row. But then that approach is the greedy approach, and that doesn't work here, because if you start from here and you see the next row, we see that the greatest number is 2 here. So if we take 2 and then we add it with 1, so we get 3, but then we miss out this 4 here, which gives us the maximum answer. So if we take this 2, then the maximum answer we could get is after this 2, if we take the greedy approach, we are going to take this 2. So we get 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 5, and after that we have just 1. So according to this approach, we get the answer as 6, while the actual answer is 9. Here I'm going to teach you something that's going to help you solving this problem. It's called dynamic programming. What it does is it breaks the problem into a number of sub-problems, and then you solve each of the sub-problem and you get the answer. So we're going to be using the bottom-up approach of dynamic programming. So let's see how you do it. So what we do is first of all let's store this triangle in an array. We take a 2D array of size n square, where n is the number of the rows in this triangle. So here it's 4, so we take a 2D array of size 4, and let's store all this number into this. So as I said, we use the bottom up approach. So what we do is we go to the second last row, and then we take this as the first element, and we see if the problem in this triangle, if we could solve that. So what that could mean is we take 4 and then we add it to the maximum of 2 or 3. What we do is take the maximum of 2 and 3 and then add it to 4, and the same thing is done with 1 and 2. So we keep on reducing the size of the triangle till we get to the upper element, and we get the answer of the problem in the upper element. So let's try this problem. First of all, we take the maximum of the 2 and 3 and then store it in this element. So the maximum of 2 and 3 is 3, and we add 4 and 3 and store in this element. So it becomes 7 here. So now let's continue for 1. The maximum of 3 and 1 is added to 1 and stored here. So the maximum of 3 and 1 is 3. So 3 is added to 1 and stored here. So it becomes 4. The same thing done here. The maximum of 1 and 1 is obviously 1, and it's added to 2 and stored here. So it becomes 3. So let's move up a row, and then it was 1 here initially. We take the maximum of 7 and 4 and add it to 1 and store here. The maximum of 7 and 4 is 7. We add it to 1 and we get 8, and we store 8 here. The same thing is done with 2. We take the maximum of 4 and 3 and we add it to 2 and we store here. So maximum of 4 and 3 is 4. We add it to 2, we get 6, and that we store here. Now for the first row, we take the maximum of 8 and 6 and add it to 1, which we had got here, and store it there. So it becomes 9. So this 9 is the answer to the problem, and that's how we got the answer. We took the bottom up approach, and we went on reducing the size of the triangle by taking a row out of the triangle, and thus we got the answer here. So let me write the algorithm, and then we'll take another example. So let me write the algorithm for the sum. We take two for loops. Okay, so this is the algorithm for the sum. We take two for loops and we run as it's a bottom up approach. We start I from n, and then we go from n to 1, and we start j from 0, and then we traverse every element of that row, and then what we do is from the lowest row we find the maximum between the ijth and the ij plus 1th element, and with that we add to the I minus 1 jth element of the previous row. So let's take an example. This is this triangle has only 3 rows. So let's see if we could solve this example with this algorithm. So we store it in a 3 by 3 array, 2-dimensional array of course, and then let's see if this approach works here. We'll start with I equal to n, so I equal to 3 here, so it will be here, and j is 0 here, so we are talking about this element here, this one here. So we find the maximum of aij and aij plus 1. So 1 and 2, we check which is the maximum between 1 and 2, which is 2 here, and then we take the I minus 1th element. We go to the I minus 1 row, and j still remains 0, and then we add the maximum of these two to this. That's the if condition here. We add the maximum of this 2 to this. So the maximum of 1 and 2 is 2. That's added to 2 here. So this a of I minus 1 j becomes 4. Then it comes of this for loop, and j is incremented here. So we come to this element, and a of ij is 2 and a of ij plus 1 is 3. So we take the maximum of 2 and 3, and it's added to the one here, that is a of I minus 1 j. So maximum of 2 and 3 is 3. So 3 is added to 1, and we get 4 here. We come out of the for loop with I, and I gets decremented. So we're talking about this element now, like a of ij is 4. We find the maximum of a of ij and a of ij plus 1, and then we add it to a of I minus 1 j and store it in a of I minus 1 j. The maximum of 4 and 4 is 4, so we add it to 1 and we get 5. So this is how you solve it, and we get the answer to the problem in the first element, that is a of 0 comma 0. So this is how you solve this problem. We saw that this problem was a bit on the trickier part, and you couldn't use your normal approach to solve this problem. That's why we introduced you to this new concept, that's dynamic programming, and it takes a bit of time to get into dynamic programming, and do watch dynamic programming videos, and do watch this video if you don't get it the first time. And this is to tell you that we are getting into the dynamic programming section, and we'll be making more complex videos after this. Do watch this video any number of times if you want, and if you like this video, hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel. We'll be making more videos, and I'll see you in the next video.